How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to a decent set of games in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be playing in the kind of newish tank that I just bought. I'm gonna say, probably more than a month ago. Well, or probably at least a month ago at this point. The ELC Even 90 is what I'll be playing in today, and it is a premium tier 8 French light tank with a 3-clip 90mm autoloader. And let's go into the statistics of it. I can already tell you that the camouflage on this thing is absolutely fucking bonkers. I don't know what the stat is for console, but let's just say it's higher than the Borsig. Pretty funny. Dare I say on par with the T100LT, a Russian tier 10 light tank as far as camo factors go. Where the fuck is this tank? That, ELC, where? Okay. I'm just going to tell you the stats on the gun really quick as soon as I find the damn thing. ELC Even 90. Okay, 90mm gun, 175mm of pen for the AP rounds, and then 215 for the premium APCR rounds. And then, of course, you get the... apparently it's 220 damage on the PC version of the game. I'm pretty sure it's 240 damage for the Xbox and PS4 versions of the game, but I could be wrong. I'm not going to talk about HE because it's useless to use in this thing. Dispersion, well, maybe against super light armored targets, but it's got 45mm of penetration and then 270 for the alpha damage instead of the 220/240 damage that you get. 0.38 dispersion at 100 meters. This is again on tanks.gg, the PC stats website, so excuse me if the stats may differ from console to PC versions. Anyway, dispersion at 100 meters is 0.38, aim time is 2.9, inner clip reload is 2.5 seconds, aim time, I already told you the aim time. It's long, guys. Top speed is 70 kilometers an hour, and then your reverse speed is 20 kilometers an hour. You only get 900 health to work with, which is not a lot, and of course being a French light tank, you have no armor to speak of. Gun depression is 9 degrees, gun elevation is 13 degrees, view range is 380, fire chance is 1 out of every 5 shots will set you on fire, meaning it is 20% chance to set you on fire each time you get hit in the engine. Potential damage of this thing is 9,900 damage, not a lot. But it does scoot very quickly, despite it having only, what horsepower is it for the engine? 160! Pretty funny. But considering your average damage is only like 600 something, maybe 700 something, if it's got 240 instead of 220, this thing is... it's fun to play with, but very difficult to master. Why do I say that? Well, because compared to the other autoloaders, not only does your entire clip of 3 rounds of a 90mm take 30 seconds to reload, but your aim time is ass, as well as your dispersion values on the move, so you can't really put in reliable shots even in close quarter combat while you're encircling enemies. And your pen is bad as well. 215 on the premium rounds. Not great, although it is a tier 8 light tank instead of a tier 10, so I guess that goes with the territory. But still, though, you can make this thing work. I know I'm putting a lot of salt in the commentary. This is going to be a double feature. You will see another game where I can make this thing work as far as spotting capabilities go. And even in this game, I'm showing you the very raw capabilities that this thing has as far as firepower goes. Even when you can't spot a lot of damage, you can still get the damage necessary to go up in your marks of excellence, just because of how damn squirrely and small this thing is. Jesus Christ. Oh, did you see me fly over that hill over the dead tank? Like, my god. It's got a super low profile. If you go up against an M103 and grind against it, you will really see how small in comparison this thing is. An M103 has a hard time aiming down at it. That's how small this thing is. But as you can see, I've got a shit ton of APCR loaded. You do get a decent silver earning capability with this thing. And right now I'm thinking, I gotta take care of one of these tanks. I'm gonna choose the biggest and baddest tank of them all, the KV-2 Dreadnought. And I'm going to take care of the Carnarvon as well, because they were both low health, and I took care of them lickety-split. And now I have a medium tank chasing me. I believe it is the Craft Panther. And no, it's the Big Top. And I'm still on the reload. It's just, the reload seems way too long. It doesn't need to be that long, but it's fine, because you can get out of very hairy situations very quickly. Because, again, this thing's fast as shit. It's small. You can hide behind dead tanks. You can go around... you can get into cover quickly, and you don't need a lot of it, is what I'm trying to get at. But I went in, I scooted in, I didn't get damaged at all against the 3 tanks that I ran in front of, so that's pretty hilarious. But, yeah, I'm gonna finish, like, you can juke people in this thing like you couldn't in many other tanks. Although, I will say, while you're turning the tank, while you're encircling people, the turret traverse isn't the best, as you saw there, with the reticle going slightly off of the 112. But it is a very good tank. If you can get this thing with a deal, I would recommend it. But if you're going to have to buy it full price, maybe look a lot into the tank before you buy it, because it's not worth full price at all. It's fun to play, yes. Can you make silver in it? I don't play it to make silver in it. And when you're in a tier 10 game and you spot it, like, I completed this entire game getting a decent amount of damage, and then I put a shot into the dead tank because insult to injury, because why not? You need, what do you need to 3-mark this thing? You need ELC even 90 la di da 2,700 damage to 3-mark this thing on average per game. I got 1 pen below that, and I'm still pleased with how things turned out. I was a top tier. I could have done a lot more, but considering what map we were on, I'm still quite pleased with what happened here. And once again, these set of games aren't to show like they're fantastic games. They're not. Even this next game that has over 7,000 damage in it combined, it's really not anything to write home about. So, we're in Corellia, and as a light tank player, I like to go forest, which is like mid, where those little pools of water are. And what I like to do is spot for my team, assuming they have both the 890 and the around the G line secured. But in the meantime, we're going to catch anyone who is going out of their base for whatever reason and being aggressive, and we're going to spot them out in the open for our team to shit on. And that will ensure that we not only get more damage to our combined total, but, well, I guess that's really all it's going to do. I guess it also gives out locations of the enemies, but that goes with the territory of being a light tank player. But this thing is just... it's very fun to play. I almost lost a shit ton of HP there because of that little jump. This thing does not have the same problem as a few other light tanks that really go really fast do, and that is you really can't spin yourself out unless you pull on the handbrake, which, you know, everyone can do. But a lot of the tanks that like to spin out that I know of are like the Sheridan, the M41 Walker Bulldog, and other tanks like that. Other light tanks. But this one, because of the lack of horsepower, I feel it can't spin itself out unless you actually force it to, like I just explained. If you want to encircle an enemy, you have to use the handbrake, because this thing's turret traverse is not the best in the world, despite it being small and very, very agile. But it takes a little bit for it to get up to top speed, and that's fine. You go 70, it's plenty fast enough, but like, if you're in water like this, or in rough terrain, it just, yeah, you don't want to stay in these positions for very long, and if you have to stay there, then just make sure you're not spotted, because it does not scoot and go very quickly, and people have no problem hitting you when you're only going like 40 to 50 kilometers an hour. And even from 290 millimeters away, this guy cannot spot me. A tier 10 medium tank with, I think, 420 view range, or 410, one of the two. But, yeah, out in the open, no bush in front of me, I'm not in a bush myself, and he's getting dicked on by my team. We've already accumulated almost enough to go up in the mark of excellence for this game, but considering it's only been a few tanks they've been shooting at, I'm going to continue to stay here without firing, because one, I don't want to give away my position. Do I fire here because there's a bunch of trees? I think I do. I feel safe. I put a free shot into the 705, and then, unfortunately, these other two shots don't find the side plate that I was looking to pen, and then I shake my turret in anger because I feel like I was owed that kill, but I didn't get it because of bad dispersion values as well as RNG. So, it is what it is. I'm going to move up a little bit, be more aggressive, and just spot more for my team. Hopefully not getting myself YOLO'd and killed in the process. There's their ELC Vanguard, or ELC Even 90 Vanguard, the mercenary variant of the vehicle. It's basically the same tank. I'm sure it's silver earning capabilities and XP bonuses are very similar or slightly lower than the regular ELC Even 90. No, that wouldn't make sense. They'd probably be higher. But, yeah, same tank, different name, doesn't make sense, but alright. I don't know why Wargaming is so insistent on just reskinning tanks and selling them for full price. Oh, that's right, because idiots buy them at full price. Why not just sell the skins instead of fully quote-unquote new tanks with exclusive paint jobs? I don't know what they think half the time. 80% of the time. But it's fine. Their game, their rules, whatever. So I get a critical hit on his tracks for whatever reason. RNG base, I'm just going to chop that up too. And then I get 2 free shots into the ass end of that E4. I do get I do get myself detected. But my team is pretty much... my team pretty much has this game in the bag. And now we have 5,000 combined damage. Just about. Which is plenty to go up in the mark of excellence for this thing. And, like, you can do this in any other tank, or any other light tank, I would say. Spot for your team without firing, and then just continuously be safe. Keep yourself undetected, and just look for opportune shots on very scary enemies, and you'll be fine. As long as you don't get YOLO'd. Why am I stuttering so much? It's quite obnoxious and annoying. But moving on, like the Oho, what am I going to do against him with 215 pen? I'll have to get right up against his side, and then he will not be able to depress his gun enough to shoot down on me. Pretty funny stuff. And I've got enough health to work with here, so I just take my time aiming in. Just taking the... How did that bounce? Wow. Go me. Wait for the shot, and luckily that one goes in. For whatever reason, I bounced off the ass end of his turret. The second shot was in a side turret, so I guess I could understand why that one bounced, because it was at an angle as well, but still, though. Like, what the hell? Oho just fired. I've got 10 seconds till I'm fully reloaded, and I'm thinking I can finish off this Iron Rain, and then I can go in for the kill on the Oho, but he's got a little bit too much health, and then he just gets dicked on by a tier 9 Waffle. Iron Rain is doing what he's trying to, and I do believe I biffed these 2 shots into the artillery, or no, I try to get excessively close to him so I can kill him. I just don't want to get one hit. I hit his gun, of all things. Do I get the kill? Of course I do. I steal the absolute shit out of it. And then what do I do over here? Object 704, I've got no rounds loaded, so I'm like, do I want to ram him? No, that would probably kill me. Let's just chill out here, I guess. But yeah, 6,200 plus 1,300 I'm rounding. 7,500 combined. Pretty funny. And what do I get for a great combined damage in this thing? I believe it's a second class mastery. Nope, first class. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. But this thing, it's it's good. It's good, but it's difficult to love because it is just so different. But it is fun, just like the Tier 5 ELC AMX. Thank you guys for watching. Hope I provided some insight with my kind of weird commentary. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.